Andy?
Yes, Mike.
Do you know what it is today?
I'm not too sure. What is it?
It's 1 year since we met.
Oh.
No. Happy anniversary, Mr. Wiggles.
Happy anniversary, Nagini. I mean, Nagini!
Yes, do you know what I've got you for your anniversary?
What's that?
I've got you
A brand new, official, Attack of the 50-Foot Nerds branded t-shirt and iPhone case.
Yay!
Yes, that's right, ladies
Funnily
and
enough,
gentlemen.
I got you exactly the same thing.
Oh, it was like it was planned. It was like it was planned. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to be like me and Andy and have your very own Attack of the 50-Foot Nerds branded merchandise, then you know what you got to do. We've been saying it for the last however many fucking episodes. Just send us an email, tell us what you want, and, you know, we'll get it all sorted out for you. You know, we'll send you an email with a PayPal link in it, pay us the monies, we send them to you. It's as simple as Michelin Man, because he's actually a retard. Now, what have we got on the backs of these t-shirts that people can choose from, Andy? Because we got 10 of them. Oh yeah, 10 different varieties.
We have. Let's see. The first one is a phrase you should all know by now. Goosh. The next one, he be graveyard dead. Third, they all float down here. You can also get, I'd jizz on that for $1. Because I would. You can also, if you've got sexy hands, we've got the shirt for you as well. Because you can get that on the back of a shirt. Obviously. Duh. You can also get Ghost Hawk. The next one, Mike, you'll have to help me pronounce.
You pronounce it Hyar.
Yar!
No, that's a pirate.
Yar!
Okay, well, people who buy it, you can either pretend that it's a pirate going Yar with a cup and a piece of cheese, or you can pretend it's Arnold Schwarzenegger going Yar.
Or, if you prefer Stan Lee to Arnie, you can get Thwippity Thwip.
Oh boy.
Yep, you can also, if you want to show your disdain for the monsters, you can also get No, Why? Either that, or just turn your back to anyone asking you on a date. And finally, because we have been tap dancing on gravel since 2012, we've got that on a shirt too.
Beast.
So, indeed.
Beast. And of course, the iPhone cases come with the official Attack of the 50-Foot Nerds logo on them, as do the fronts of said t-shirts. But you know what, Andy? As we've said many a time, that's not all. Once you've paid your monies and what have you, we get the wheels in motion. We'll send your items out to you. £15 for a t-shirt, £7.50 for an iPhone case, and you also get free, exclusive, owners-only podcast.
Indeed.
Yes, that's right. You buy something, we give you a little something in return. Oh yeah, we're good like that. Yes, we are. So... It's the Attack of the 50-Foot Nerds. Wear us on your chest and buy our t-shirts as well. Oh yeah, goosh.
I was about to say, because you know you love nerds all over your chest.
Nerdgasm!
Right. Back when I was first looking for a job, I don't think I'd have had the confidence now. I could just go up and go, oi bitch, buy shit.
You've done enough adverts.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no man. I mean,
that'd be the only problem. I'd try to sell stuff by going, "Excuse me, sir, do you have a tangerine?"
Welcome to the shower fridge.
They came like a bolt out of the blue to discuss everything in geekdom. When Andy and Mike get together, it is the Attack of the 50-Foot Nerds.
Hello, and welcome to episode 22 of the Attack of the 50-Foot Nerd podcast. My name is a sickly Mike Bell, and joining me, as always, is my great Ganesh, Lord of all India, of a co-host.
Thorhead!
No, that's Andy Weeds, ladies and gentlemen. You all know him by now. He's a crazy cracker. As I say, it's episode 22.
I need my medicine. No.
Quiet you. As you all know, that how it goes by now with the 50-foot nerds. Catch us on Twitter at 50-foot nerds. Email us 50footnerds@gmail.com.
Newly restarting a podcast war.
Yes. And again, Facebook is facebook.com/attack of the 50-foot nerds. At this point, I say to Andy, how have your 2 weeks been? Because we took a week off last week.
We did, which is why I had the clip show, which
It
I've heard well, you said you enjoyed it, and everyone else who I've asked have said I haven't got to it yet. So,
God, how can people go behind your podcast? I don't know.
Yeah, sorry.
When the robot invasion comes, you won't be able to. We were there first with Siri and then you won't be able to say, "Oh, we didn't know it was coming." If you'd have listened to like 4 episodes ago, you would have done.
Yeah. It's even more than that. It was in episode 15, so it's now like 7 episodes ago.
Wow. There we go.
That's quite impressive. But yeah, apart from that, I've found somewhere to work in Sheffield. What else? I got Fruity Loops working on my computer, so I can finally make music again properly.
Okay. Fruity Loops is a program and not some bloke who's made your computer work.
Yeah, my nickname for my brother is Fruity Loops.
I'm sure it is. I don't want to go any further into that, though.
It's because he's crazy! No, Fruity Loops
Taste of Sips.
What? No. Fruity Loops is the programming, the music program that I use for making, like, instrumentals and stuff. And speaking of Simon, he got my desktop computer working as well, but I haven't set it up yet. I probably should do that.
So Fruity Loops did make your computer work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But other than that, not much really. You?
Well, as I've mentioned there, I've not been too well as of late. So that's going to be interesting to see what comes of all that. But, apart from like being ill, I've just generally been doing not much, to be honest with you. So, yeah.
God, we're boring.
Oh, fuck you. No, I've just been keeping abreast of all the latest developments in Geekdom.
What are you saying that to me? I said we're boring.
No, I said I've been keeping abreast. That's why I went to where.
No, before that, when you told me to fuck off or whatever.
Oh, hush you. Don't make me confused.
Not when I'm sick.
Yes, don't make my brain hurt even more, please. Well, we shall move on.
I want to see if I can make it like Scanners, and at the end of the episode, you'll just hear, "My name is..." Your head will just explode.
Well, you'll have to say geek out.
Well, I had to last week.
That's very true. Right, well, let's crack on to the show and start to discuss those crazy people in geekdom.
Shriek in terror! It's time to discuss people in geekdom.
Okay, and our first story we have this week is about a guy you all know from TV's The Walking Dead. It's Michael Rooker, also, Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer, and all those other films that he's been in. He was Mr. Svenning in Mallrats, if you will.
Oh yeah.
He wants to be in a Marvel movie, except he doesn't want to actually be in the Marvel movie. He doesn't want to be seen on screen. No, he wants to voice the character, and the character that he wants to voice is Rocket Raccoon.
What?
Yes, he wants to be the voice of Guardian's Rocket Raccoon, which is a bit intriguing because Rocket Raccoon is actually a Cockney, but he'll either be able to put the accent on or just. I mean, I'd be happy just for him to do his normal voice. I think he's got a good voice for it. Obviously, he worked with James Gunn before on Slither, which is a cracking movie. If you ever get a chance to watch it, do. It's brilliant. So it's. I would. Yeah, I think he'd be a good fit.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, when whenever I see him now, all I ever think about is getting stuck to a roof for being racist. But I'm pretty sure he's friends with Michael Bay.
We'll be talking about Michael Bay shortly.
Aye. But no, maybe I'd have to. I don't know what Rocket Raccoon's supposed to sound like. You said he's supposed to sound Cockney. I didn't know that until you just said.
He was in an episode of Avengers: Mightiest Heroes recently. So I'll go on YouTube and see if I can find a little clip of him speaking. We'll put it in here.
He's the Star-Lord. Respect him.
So that's how they did him on his Mightiest Heroes. So we shall see. But no, I think he'd be good. I mean, the question is, now that you've got Joss Whedon basically overseeing the Marvel Cinematic Universe, as working with Nathan Fillion on Firefly and what have you. You've got James Gunn, who made Slither, starring Nathan Fillion. Motherfucker, what's it going to take to get this guy into the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Maybe he's going to be the new Coulson.
No, I don't think so.
It'll be like, I'm Coulson's brother, Ted.
Ted Coulson. No, I mean, everyone's been saying for years they want him for Ant-Man, to play Hank Pym, so.
They want him to play Hank Man.
Hank Man. And his brother, Pac-Man.
Waka.
He's a shit superhero.
All that he does is eat yellow balls and chase ghosts. He hangs around with a stoner and a dog.
Drives around in a van.
With the guys from Korn for some reason.
Near Blade.
Yesterday he was trying to show Tony Stark how to make pirate noises using only a cup and a piece of cheese.
Oh, classy. Well, my next piece of news then is to do with Nicola Bryant, a name that may not jump out immediately to a lot of people, but she played Perry, who was the Doctor's companion to Fifth Doctor and Sixth Doctor back in the day in the 80s. Someone asked her on Twitter if Strictly Come Dancing, the UK's version of Dancing with the Stars, if they asked would she do Strictly next. Exactly, yeah. Would she do Strictly next year as part of Doctor Who's 50th anniversary? And she said yes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think that would be pretty good. Obviously, as I say, it's the 50th anniversary of Doctor Who. The BBC would be fools not to get at least one former companion or even a doctor to get, throw on the dancing shoes.
What, Tom Baker?
Well, maybe not Tom, seeing as he's like 80.
Insane.
Insane, yeah. That's true. I think Colin Baker would probably do it, but he's big and old and fat now, so probably not. Peter Davison, I don't think he would, because he's still busy with acting and what have you. So probably not him. So I'd say a former companion, someone like Nicola Bryant. That's probably your best bet. Obviously, Bonnie Langford did one of the early series of Dancing on Ice. So, and she was companion to Colin Baker and Sylvester McCoy once upon a time. So,
yeah.
But
they should get
this is the BBC. So.
They should get the guy who played the first Doctor.
William Hartnell.
Yes.
It'd be a bit difficult since he's been dead since, oh God, when did he die?
That's the point.
The late 70s? Early 70s?
That's the point.
Get Richard Handel to do it instead. No, even he's dead now.
No, I meant more that they dig up his body and put it on strings.
It's the ghost of the first Doctor. Chesterton.
So then he's like, they're like, it just goes to the judges and like, we're slightly disconcerted by the fact that he's dancing like he's a part of the cast for Thunderbirds.
He'd have to do him like Thriller if he's coming back from the dead.
He's only allowed to sing. He's only allowed to do dances to like
dance, yeah.
Thriller and like
Monster
songs
Mash.
involved. Yeah.
I was working in the lab. Or Doctor in the TARDIS. Yeah, man. That'd be fun.
What are the horror? What are the
Tubular Bells, Mike Oldfield.
His final dance number is to the gonk. Like, and now, bloody hell, what's his name? William Hartnell in his final dance.
I've just got one word for that, darling. That was fabulous. Zombie Hartnell. Like, and the scores are in for Zombie William Hartnell. 3 Revel Forward. 5 fucking Bruno Toglioni. 8 fucking the other fella. 9 and Richard Hartnell just pops up and goes, brains!
Zombie William Hartnell voice just sounds like all that he needs is his nose to fall off and he becomes Voldemort.
Get Voldemort on for Strictly then. I'm dancing, Harry! Nagini!
I'm dancing with Nagini!
Harry!
What songs are there that have the word Harry in it?
I don't know. Let's see. It's why God invented Google.
Yep.
Songs with Harry in the title. There's Happy Birthday to You, Harry. There's a song called Halloween Harry. Oh no, it's not. It's the title song for Mega Drive. Okay. I don't know. Dirty Harry by the Gorillaz.
Yeah.
Judy Garland.
There's apparently a song called one called Harry that's by Catherine Ho.
There's Harry the Hairy Ape by Ray Stevens.
So it's just got like Voldemort stood there singing, "It's Harry I'm planning to marry, Nagini."
What the fuck is going on here? Oh, this episode.
My favourite movie is When Harry Met Sally.
Harry!
Is this good, Harry?
I'm a big fan of Dirty Harry movies, Harry.
That's right, I've been looking on your computer. I know the many Forgeticus spells you had to cast.
And fucking it's on your right. It's like, I know what you're wondering. Have I fired 5 spells or 6? Well, do you feel lucky? Do you, punk? No, I don't. I've got a fucking nose. How fucking lucky do you think I am? It came off in a combine harvester, Harry.
That's why I'm being followed by the Wurzels.
Oh, you've got a brand new combine harvester, and I'm gonna run over Voldemort. No!
I've got a brand new combine harvester, and it's taken off your nose.
Help me, it's the fucking Wurzels, Harry!
That'd be the best spin-off spin-off movie ever. It's like Harry and Voldemort have to join forces to take on the Wurzels with their demonic combine harvester.
But the worst part is we can't actually destroy the combine harvester, Harry. It's one of my many Horcruxes. Oh, the irony!
We need to enlist the help of dancing zombie William Hartnell. Go, William! Attack the Wurzels!
in a TARDIS.
Oh God!
What?
I've just got a mental image if he does that, and all of a sudden this TARDIS just appears in front of them like the Harvester, and they're like, I've got a brand new bang.
Oh God.
What were we saying?
I think it's time for a whiny bitch alert. Okay, the first whiny bitch we've got this week is we've got two. The first whiny bitch is Wally Pfister. That's an unfortunate name. He was the cinematographer on The Dark Knight Rises, and he's described the Marvel's The Avengers as an appalling film.
Why?
Tosser. He says he told the Herald Tribune newspaper. Let's see, what kind of voice should we do him in? I know. What's more important to storytelling? None of it matters if it doesn't support the story. I thought the Avengers were an appalling film. They'd shoot from some odd angle. I thought, why is the camera there? Oh, I see, because they spent $500,000 on the set and they had to show it off. It took me completely out of the movie. I was driven bonkers by that illogical form of storytelling. Okay, so because the Avengers takes place in a fucking super high-tech flying helicarrier, you know, they obviously clearly have to build a fucking set for that, whereas fucking Dark Knight Rises takes place pretty much all on the streets of... What?
I was going to say they just have to film Christopher... What's his name now? Christian Bale.
Christian Bale.
Yeah, they just have to film him mumbling in a dark cave.
Yeah, that's it. It's, you know, with
I was
their
going to say
films,
Christopher Lee.
fucking Dracula. No, I mean the Batman films. You know, it either takes place all on the streets of Chicago or inside a big country manor. They don't have to build their sets; it's done for them. Mm-hmm. So clearly, you know, if the Avengers build their own sets, they want to show it off. And I'm not being funny. Which one took more money at the box office? Sick burn, Wally Pfister. Fucking douche, whiny bitch.
What a douche.
Indeed. Should we go for another whiny bitch?
Yeah, why not? Do we need to play the sounder again?
Yeah. Okay. This week's second whiny bitch is, well, speaking of Marvel movies, it's Hugo Weaving.
Huh.
Who was the Red Skull, obviously. Well, in fact, not just Marvel movies, we're talking about Transformers as well. Well, first of all, we'll talk about Captain America as he played the Red Skull. He's basically said that even though he's contractually obliged to play the villain, should the sequel require him to, he doesn't want to. He says, let's see, he's Australian, so I'll have to go for the stereotypical Australian whiskey.
Is he?
I signed a multi-picture deal for Captain America. I think the tendency with those films would be to probably not bring back a villain. They're not for Avengers, but I don't think they're being Captain America 2 and 3. I don't think Red Skull should be there, and what's not something I want to do again. I'm glad I did. I said sign up for a number of pictures, and I suppose contractually I would be obliged to if they forced me to, but I wouldn't want them to force someone to do it if they didn't want to.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
So it's like, I signed up for this, but I don't expect them to force people to do things when they don't want to, even though I said I would, but I wouldn't.
Yeah. He added, he says, I think I've done my dash with that sort of film. It was good to do and to try out, but to be honest, it's not the sort of film I'd seek out and I'm excited by. So basically he's saying, fuck it, I can't be asked. I mean, I'm not being funny, douchebag. You're under some red fucking makeup. It's not easy. Anyone can play that fucking role. It doesn't have to be you. So bye-bye. Mm. Marvel don't have any qualms with recasting. I mean, fuck, they recast the Hulk. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So they will recast even main. I mean, they recast fucking War Machine, didn't they?
They did.
So, and he, we see his face. So Hugo Weaving. Well, that's not the only film, as I say, he was pissing on this streak, because he pissed on Transformers as well. He says that he initially took the job as a 2-hour voiceover, claims that it's meaningless. Okay, so God, he's just pissed off everyone this week. He says it was one of the only things of it. Eh?
It's the beard.
Beard, yeah, probably.
Yeah, it's the beard has taken control of his brain, and he's like, I don't want to say these things, but the beard's like, do it or I'll remove your face.
Let's see. He says it was one of the only things I've ever done where I have no knowledge of it. I didn't care about it. I don't even think about it. They wanted me to do it, and why I regret that bit. I don't regret doing it, but I really do something if it's meaningless. It was meaningless to me. Honestly, I don't mean that in a nasty way, but I did it. He said, and then he's talking about Michael Bay, racist Michael Bay. He said, I've never met him. I was never on set. I've seen his face on Skype. I know nothing about him, really. I just went in, did it, never read the script. I just read my lines, and I didn't know what they mean.
Well done.
So, he's a whiny bitch. What really happens on our show, Andy?
What really happens, or rarely?
What really happens? What do we never really do?
See if anyone responds to these things.
And that's exactly what's happened this week, as I present to you the very first ever whiny bitch slap. Oh yes, Michael Bay has responded to this. Michael Bay went onto his personal website and made a thinly veiled attack on weaving, saying that crumbling thespians shouldn't take a paycheck and then complain about their jobs. He said, do you ever get sick of actors that make $15 million a picture, or even $200,000 for voiceover work? What?
What's with the voice? He sounds too posh and British. Shouldn't he be like, do you ever get sick of actors that make $15 million a picture? Yeah, yeehaw.
Let's see, he played like a surfer douchebag in Mystery Men, Michael Bay, so I could do a surfer douchebag. Yeah, he's in. Yeah.
No, I didn't know that.
Okay, because do you ever get sick of actors that make like $50 million a picture, or even $200,000 for voiceover that took a brisk 1 hour and 43 minutes to complete, and they complain about their jobs? With all the problems facing our world today, do these grumbling thespians really think that people reading the news actually care about their trivial complaints, that their job wasn't artistic enough or fulfilling enough? What happened to people who had integrity, who had a job, got paid for their hard work, and just smiled everywhere? Be happy you have a job, let alone a job that pays you more than 98% of the people in America. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, Michael Bay is basically saying, look, if you didn't want to be Megatron, don't fucking take my money. D-bag.
And he said that actors unhappy with their jobs should gift their fees to elephant rescue charity.
Well,
that's oddly specific.
It's very true. I demand they save the elephants. What was about the white rhinos? Fuck the white rhinos. Which is ironic considering he's a racist. I'm sure he would want to save all the white things. But
well, that's the problem. He's saving the white elephants.
Elephants are grey, and they live in Africa.
They just haven't. No one's been using DAS on them.
I've never dazzed an elephant, I've got to say.
Everyone, have you never heard the phrase, it's better to dazz an elephant than never to have dazzed at all?
No, I can't say I have.
Oh, well, you have now.
I have indeed.
So, basically, what you have to do is you get, like, 3 buckets full of Daz, right? And you put it in the lake, right. Swirl it up a bit so the lake's full of bubbles, and then you just push the elephants in.
So it's like 2 parts Daz every 3 parts water.
Hey?
I said, so it's like it's 2 parts Daz every 3 parts water.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
I tried bleach once, but I can't recommend that. The elephants the elephants were like, what's this horrible stingy liquid? And I was like, holy crap, a talking elephant.
Well, that's what happens if you put elephants into bleach to get superpowers and learn how to talk.
Yeah. Then Voldemort tried to recruit him for some reason.
You'll become an elephant, Harry. I'll bring you on board because you've got such a gigantic nose and I don't have any.
I'm envious of your face. Now help me fight the Wurzels.
Chop off my ears quickly and you could be a duplicate for them as well.
What?
Well, you know, the elephants have big ears and a big nose, whereas Voldemort doesn't have any nose, so chop off his ears as well. And they could be surrogates for them, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you meant the chop off the ears of the elephant and it looks like a member
Yeah,
of the
just glue them to
Wurzels.
Voldemort's head.
No, I thought you meant it's like get an elephant and then you cut off its ears. It's like, my God, he looks exactly like the front man of the Wurzels. All that he needs is a straw hat and a pipe.
Okay. Oh, Voldemort, you crazy.
Apparently he is.
Well, so is Hugo Weaving, so fuck Hugo. Well, I'm sure we'll all go and see him when The Hobbit comes out. So, in fact, yeah, fucking Mr. I love millions and millions of dollars for doing work that's like with blockbusters and stuff. I don't suppose he'd fucking say that to Peter Jackson's face, would he?
Probably not.
Well, anyway, let's fuck him off because he got a bitch slap, and we'll move into movie news.
Thrills and chills abound in movie news.
Okay. As I've mentioned many times on this show, one of my favourite movies in the entire world is Evil Dead, and I've been keeping an eye on the remake. And New York Comic Con was this weekend, just gone, and it was where they showed the very, very first footage of the Evil Dead remake. And of course they released a picture as well, the very, very first image from the Evil Dead remake. Now, I've seen the trailer, I've seen a bootleg version of that. We're not going to discuss that at this point in time, because I'm going to wait for the official release to come out, so we can do a 50-foot commentary on it, and I will discuss that then. So we're just going to be going off the actual image that was released this week of
titled #Evil Dead.
Yes. Well, the image is clearly of the surrogate Cheryl for this movie. For those who know Evil Dead 1, the character who gets locked in the basement and pops up through the cellar door. I mean, this photo is obviously, as photos are, is 1/24th of a second. So we're looking at 1/24th of a second of the Evil Dead movie. It looks incredible, but I have one thing that I fucking despise about it.
She's grinning.
I've not even seen this movie yet, and I already know it's going to aggravate me. Can you tell what it is?
God, you make me feel like that you're Rolf Harris or something. Can you tell me what it is yet? Yellow eyes? I don't know. Self-mutilation?
Exactly,
chains?
It's the eyes. It's the eyes.
Why?
In Evil Dead 1, I'm going to tell you a tale. In Evil Dead 1, when they were making that movie, they didn't have much money, as we all know. So one of the things that they wanted to do to show that someone was possessed was to do something with their eyes. And they bought contact lenses. And they bought what were called sclero lenses, which are basically big, huge chunks of glass that fit over your entire eye. Not just the little press-on ones like we have now. That just go over your pupils. These things, big fuck-off chunks of glass, you couldn't wear them for 15 minutes at a time. And because of that, they were completely opaque, and they were just completely white, so you would not see any iris or pupil of the eye at all. That worked incredibly well in the original Evil Dead. This one, they have irises and pupils, and that doesn't work for me. Sorry.
No.
I don't like it. If a deadite is a deadite, they should not have any pupils at all. So yeah, that pisses me off. Everything else about the picture looks amazing. I mean, come on, looks like its skin's been carved up. She looks fucking haggard. She looks like the fucking Exorcist and stuff. Everything else about that picture, I mean, it looks grimy, looks dirty, looks brilliant. Apart from that.
I was going to say, the one thing that's slightly off-putting about it for me, less about the eyes, because I didn't realise that. I did manage to guess when you said, but it's more the fact that she looks like she's popping up, and instead of being like menacing or whatever, she's basically popped up and gone, "Hello."
Oh, the thing about the Deadites, especially in the first Evil Dead movie, I suppose they do it in Evil Dead 2 as well, but Evil Dead 1 is the Deadites are trying to basically make you go crazy, and they torment you and wind you up and everything. And I mean, when Ash's girlfriend in Evil Dead 1 gets possessed, she sits on the floor and starts singing this fucking little lullaby thing to him, and just to try and wind him up. And I mean, it's pretty effective in that. And like the one in the cellar, she's winding up saying, "Oh fucking, oh you're a knobhead, you're a dickhead, this, that, and the other, blah 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 blah." Just doing everything they can to try and make Ash go crazy. So hopefully they do a bit of that in this movie as well. It's just more of a mental torture if they can't actually do any physical torture because she's locked up in the cellar. Do whatever she can to drive whoever the Ash surrogate is in this movie to go crazy instead.
Yeah.
So, but as I say, I mean, I've seen the trailer. The trailer looks really good, but we will discuss that another time.
We shall indeed.
We shall indeed. But I just wanted to bring that up because obviously it means a lot to me, this movie, and I hope they don't fuck it up. Really hope they don't fuck it up. Okay, what's next? Oh, next story I've got is it's been officially announced, that Ghostbusters 3 will start shooting next year.
Alright.
However, we will not have Bill Murray. It's official.
Ah.
Yeah. Yeah, Ivan Reitman's going to be directing again. Obviously Dan Aykroyd, Hal Ramis, and presumably the other guy whose name completely escapes me right now. They'll all be back, but no Bill Murray. Now, considering Bill Murray always said with Ghostbusters 3, he always said if they did do another one, he'd either A, want to be killed off very early into the movie and become a ghost, or B, not in it at all. So it looks like they're going to go for option B.
Yeah. Well, what would be the problem with having him as a ghost?
Because he'd have to come in and film something for her, presumably.
Well, no, but I mean, when he was like, "Oh, I want to be a ghost," and they were like, "No, you can't be a ghost."
No, but they're saying that they can't. But I mean, what it's looking like to me is that they've written all kinds of options for him to be a ghost, but he doesn't either read them or doesn't agree with them. So because they can't come to a compromise,
they're just like, screw it.
So, yeah.
Fair enough.
I mean, considering, he wouldn't have been in the movie much anyway. The fact of not having him there at all shouldn't make that much of a difference. But, I mean, everyone loves Bill Murray though, so it's a shame, but never mind. Never mind. Right. Okay, who's next? Oh, right. It was announced over the last couple of weeks. The worst movie ever was announced. It's basically Hasbro have got a picture deal with Universal now that involves bringing a number of their board games to the big screen. As we all know, we've already seen Pegs the movie, aka Battleships. Monopoly is on its way. And also announced.
How do you make a movie out of Monopoly?
Monopoly is basically going to be about a kid who gets sucked into the Monopoly board and basically.
So it's basically
the
a Monopoly version of Jumanji.
Pretty much, yeah. He has to help
reverse.
the Monopoly save the world instead of getting bought up by all these douchebag fucking, knobheads. He has to buy all the properties and become a billionaire and stuff.
Okay. Sounds stupid.
Well, this week, an Action Man movie has been announced, which is going to be basically G.I. Joe, but, pretty good. Yep. And also, as I say, the worst movie ever made, which been announced as Hungry Hungry Hippos, the movie.
What?
That's exactly right, yes.
How in the fuck is that going to work?
Well, it says it's being added as an animated movie about some hungry hippos.
What?
So, I mean, honestly,
it's the best I can think of is this being a 3-minute short. It'll just be like in a zoo. They'll go up to the side of an animal enclosure, and some guy will just be like, "See them hippos? They're very hungry." End.
How hungry? They're hungry hippos.
End.
I mean, come on, but the Battleship made about £4.60 at the box office. What the fuck makes them? I mean, that's like an alien invasion movie with Liam fucking Neeson. What makes them think the hungry bastard hippos would make any money?
Because the hippo is being played by Gary Oldman.
I'm very, very hungry. Oh, dude, I mean, I just don't understand it. Really don't understand it. But
this film has made me have to lay on the floor.
Okay. Well,
I'm that confused by it, I cannot sit up anymore.
Well, one of the strangest movie ideas ever made to one of the most anticipated movies right now, Marvel have announced a release date for Edgar Wright's Ant-Man movie.
Ooh!
The release date has been announced as November the 6th, 2015. So write it in your diaries now. Now, those of the eagle-eyed amongst you may have noticed that date is actually after the May 1st release date for Avengers 2. Which means that it's going to be the first two-movie Marvel year for them with an Avengers film coming out, and also it means that this will be the first movie in Phase 3 of the Marvel Universe. So the rumours are that we may see Ant-Man basically in a small cameo in Avengers 2 before getting his own movie. And it also means that if Thanos is going to be the bad guy for Phase 2, then surely having Ant-Man start so early means that we could have Ultron as the villain for Phase 3.
Ooh, maybe.
Which paves the way for the Vision as well.
Indeed, that could be cool.
Yes. So, yes, I'd be very interested to see where this comes, where this takes us. Very interested in that. Yes, I mean, obviously there's quite some time between now and then. Obviously, we know that they filmed an Ant-Man teaser reel, and that was shown at Comic-Con. It's I believe that Marvel has said they're doing a little bit more to the special effects and what have you, and then they will be releasing it at some point. So I would probably expect that if it's not released online before, it's probably going to be on one of the DVD sets, probably one in Iron Man 3, most likely. Because that's the next movie out.
Yeah.
So keep an eye out, folks. Keep an eye out. Yeah. What's next? Oh, well, speaking of movie release dates, it's been announced that Reboot Cop is being pushed back. It was originally supposed to come out on it was originally supposed to come out on the 1st of March. Hang on, I've lost me. No, it was supposed to be coming out on the 9th of August 2013. It's now been pushed back to February the 7th, 2014. So that pretty much sucks. The date is now being taken by Leo Blomkamp, who directed District 9. His new movie Elysium is going to be taking that date instead.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, there we go. I saw some more photos from Reboot Cop this week. What you were saying about him not having the glove on or what have you? No, that's actually wrong. He does have an exposed human hand. I've seen him with he does actually have the red slit visor. It's really, really thin, and it runs the entire way around the helmet, basically.
Oh yeah, I can vaguely see it there.
You can vaguely see it in that photo, yeah. Yeah, so he does have that. And apparently I was reading this week that he doesn't actually use his gun until the third act. He has a fucking taser.
What?
Yes. Because they want him to be less lethal.
No, that's not how you do a RoboCop movie. Oh, fuck's sake.
I know. They are destroying this movie beyond all recognition.
They've done the exact opposite of what they did with the Dredd film, with Judge Dredd. Judge Dredd went from being to fucking awesome, and now they've got RoboCop made him from fucking awesome to the fuck is this?
Exactly. I mean, they were filming this week. They were filming the sequence where RoboCop is shown off to the public for the first time. His press unveiling, essentially, and that's where we saw the visor lit up for the first time. That's where we saw that he definitely does not have a glove, on that hand and everything. It just looks fucking dreadful. I'm sorry, but it does. This movie's gonna suck. Fantastic balls. It's been it was shown on set as well that RoboCop has his own specialised motorbike that he rides as well now.
He's got a special motorbike.
Yeah, in the movie he just used just a regular cop car.
Yeah.
But
now he's got a special motorbike. Next he'll have massive massive shoulder pads.
No, I mean, in the actual TV series, the RoboCop TV series, I think he had his own specialised cop car, his RoboCar. But yeah, that's the only time I
Did
can
it
ever remember.
transform into a massive exoskeleton? Because I kind of remember something like that.
No, I don't think it did.
Am I thinking of the Batmobile?
Probably.
Because I'm pretty sure the Batmobile does that.
I have no idea.
It does it in The Brave and the Bold, anyway.
Well, that's probably where you're remembering it from. But Reboot Cop, yeah, you're not going to be seeing it anytime soon. So fucking praise Jesus for that. Right.
Praise the Dark Lord Jesus. I mean, no, Satan.
I am Jesus.
Jesus turns up and goes, I hear you've been calling me the Dark Lord. I'm sorry, I got you confused with No, Satan. That guy with the horns without the nose who dislikes Harry. I think you're getting two people confused. No, I'm pretty sure that was him. What films have you been watching?
Now in that new movie. Fuck. What?
Aren't you just amazed you're talking to Jesus? I'd rather have Santa Christ.
Santa Christ, we all love Santa Christ. He is Santa and Jesus, goddamn it's Santa Christ. He atoned for all our sins, but he also likes pancakes. He's in hot beats from...
I am Santa Christ.
Come and sit on my knee. Go away, Sal. Okay. Topical humour. Okay, what's next? Next story I've got is the movie that snuck up on us, Texas Chainsaw 3D. Obviously, as the name suggests, it will be in 3D. And as it is a direct sequel to the first Chainsaw movie, it says that they're actually going to be using clips from the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre to basically cement that connection. And what they're also going to be doing is they're going to be converting those clips into 3D for the new film. So you'll get to see Gunnar Hansen running around with a chainsaw in 3D. You'll get to see Franklin being pushed around in his wheelchair in 3D. That's it. That's the story. Nothing really more to say to it about that, but the fact that they're using the movie, the clips from the original movie, kind of, it's a nice touch to show that this is that same universe. This isn't the Platinum Dunes Michael Bay version. So, yeah, there you go. Excuse me, that was a bit. What's next? Okay, right. Next up, we've got the movie The Wolverine. Obviously the follow-up to Wolverine Origins and what have you. That Marvel are insisting is completely separate to every other X-Men movie that they've done, which I think is a crock of shit. But well, there we go. I think obviously with Days of Future Past coming up, and the fact that Mark Millar is trying to make a cohesive Fox Marvel universe, I think for them to completely ignore the Wolverine movie is a dumbass move, and they will find a way to shoehorn it back into continuity, I'm sure.
Probably.
Yeah. Well, we had the first pictures of the villains this week. First up was the character of Viper, who, for some reason, I can't actually see on this article because it says the photos have been taken down, so that sucks a bit. But Viper is the female villain in the movie. If you don't know who Viper is, she's also known as Madam Hydra in the comic book universe, but seen as Marvel's own Hydra. And Fox can't call her that. But believe me, I saw the photos before they were taken down, and she does look pretty much exactly as she does in the comics, which is handy. Then we've got the other villain, which is the Silver Samurai. And he's gone as well, for fuck's sakes. But believe me, again, he looked exactly like he did in the comics as well.
I was going to say, I saw a picture from the back of Silver Samurai that looked pretty cool. I never saw Viper.
Yeah, I saw the both of them, and they did look spot on. So, but the fact that they've both been, pulled down now is a bit of a shitter for the terms of the show. But yeah, what can we do?
Yeah, it's like, hey, look at these pictures. Damn, they don't exist anymore.
That's it, man. That's it.
It's a conspiracy. Marvel don't want us to do our show.
Apparently so.
Well, no, sorry, Fox.
Well, whoever. Well, if it is Marvel who don't want us to do our show, then they're gonna not like the bit that I'm talking about now, because Marvel. And that's why they won't let us do it. I mean, personally, I think the donkey was a good idea, but, apparently Robert Downey Jr. doesn't like it in there. Anyway, next Marvel story.
Last I knew, I thought he said he thought it was cool.
Well, I don't know. Well, our next Marvel movie story that we've got is about Ms. Marvel. And it appears that Marvel are casting for Ms. Marvel in possibly Captain America, which is doubtful, but more likely for around the Avengers. And the choices that we seem to have at the moment are Emily Blunt, who they wanted for Black Widow once upon a time, Ruth Wilson, who I don't know who she is very well, and another name that's been circling apparently is Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Who?
Who was Ramona Flowers and also John McClane's daughter.
Oh.
Yes.
I think I know who you mean. She's the one we talked about previously where I said, wow, she looks a lot better when she's not playing Ramona Flowers.
Probably, yeah. She was in The Thing, the reboots.
What's her name?
Prequel. Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Oh, there we go. It's the second search when I just put Mary. Yeah, she looks a lot better when she's not playing Ramona Flowers.
Well, she'd have to be blonde and wearing the Ms. Marvel costume. I doubt they'd go for the classic costume with the, the black kind of leotard and the thigh-high boots and everything. I think they'd probably go more with the up-to-date Captain Marvel universe, Captain Marvel costume that she wears.
To be fair, I can't picture her as being a blonde, though.
No.
Oh wait, was she? She was in fucking Death Proof as well, wasn't she?
Yeah, that's right. She's in the schoolgirl outfit, Death Proof.
Yeah, was she blonde in that?
Oh, I don't know.
Looking at this picture, it's sort of half blonde and half brown.
Hang on.
Maybe she would suit it.
Let me see some photos from Death Proof. Hang on. God, things you make me do. Yeah, it does look kind of
love.
Yes, yeah. Self-love. Goosh. Yeah, it's kind of...
Here I am.
The one that you goosh. No, it's more of a brownie kind of deal, isn't it?
Mm.
Yeah. Oh, well. I wonder if I just type in Mary Elizabeth Winstead blonde, I wonder if that'll come up with any.
Try it.
I'm doing it now.
Listen to our Googling adventures.
Let's be YouTube. Let's be Google. Yes.
You made the same mistake as me.
Shut up. That's because I heard you say it first. No, I can't see
why
any.
not blame me?
I can't see any photos of her as a blonde. No.
Someone get Photoshop.
Yeah. It'd be fairly easy to do.
And then Photoshop Lord Voldemort getting chased by a combine harvester.
With an elephant's trunk in ears.
Yeah. with William Hartnell dancing on strings in the background.
Zombie William Hartnell.
Yeah.
I'm looking up pictures of Emily Blunt, and I was a blonde, and I don't know. Oh well, anyway, we'll just have to see. But yeah, so it looks like we will see Ms. Marvel at some point if my mod wants to work. God, you can tell I'm not well, can't you? What's next? Oh, we've got some 54 trailers.
Oh, I haven't opened those yet. Oops.
Oh,
Should probably open them.
Yeah, you probably should. What have we got here first? Right, the first one we got this week is, well, as well as Evil Dead comic this week, is they showed the first teaser trailer for the Carrie remake, starring, what's her face, Hit Girl. Chloe Moretz, that's right. They showed that at Comic-Con this week, and whereas the Evil Dead trailer isn't up yet, Bruce Campbell has actually said that we will have it by Halloween officially, so we'll have it in the next couple of weeks for the show. We do have the Carrie trailer, so we're going to watch that right now. So, I'll put the video up onto the Facebook page, but if everyone wants to get it, if you're not on the Facebook page, which you should be, get it from the Sony Pictures channel on YouTube. Do you have it ready, sir?
No.
Fucking hell.
My browser's all... Oh, there we go. Script on this page, something. Adobe Flash plugin has crashed.
Fucking hell.
Oh, there we go, I fixed it.
Do. I gotta believe. Sorry, I'm just singing Rapper the Rapper.
I've got to bleed.
You gotta bleed.
I've got the bleeding.
Sorry,
it's an album by Cannibal Corpse. I've got it at my shelf. It has such classics as Fucked with a Knife. That's a good song.
I played it to my wife. She hates me. Yeah, she fucking hates me. La 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 la. So it's completely switched there.
So, that's what happened with when you tried it. When I played it, she actually wanted to try being fucked with a knife. It didn't end well.
Goosh. The red
more goosh. But it was made instantly cheery because she came back and danced with William Hartnell.
Do you think? Oh god. When's Bruce Forsythe gonna die?
It was so left field. It's like, Bruce Forsythe should probably be dead by now.
Well, I'm just asking,
He's got the same deal going on as Stan Lee. Have you ever seen those two in the same room?
No, actually, I haven't.
Bruce Forsythe and Stan Lee are both the same person.
Oh boy!
Like,
Bruce! Great to meet you.
Yes.
Oh boy, I completely agree with what you mean there. Oh yeah, let's make a superhero out of that. Because I make a superhero out of everything I see. I was just walking down the street on the way here, and I thought of Lamppost Man. Yeah, that'll do. And then I turned the corner, I thought, Postbox Man. Yeah, that'll do. It was incredible. Yeah, I could certainly say more than a superhero. Cat dancing old man. Yeah, that'll do.
It's like, oh boy, I'm presenting a game show. Nice to see you nice.
Man.
Man. Oh god.
Oh god. Let's hope they never ever meet.
The universe will implode.
No, I think
create a time vortex.
I think Bruce Forsythe is Earth 2 Stan Lee. I think we've got Crisis on Infinite Stands. I think that's the...
Crisis Infinite Stands. What we need to do is get the Stan Lee army and the Gary Oldman army and make them fight each other.
What, like fucking Battle of Helm's Deep and shit?
Yeah. We shall call it. We shall film
There
it
can
all.
be only one.
Yeah, we shall film it all, and we shall call it Battlefield Stan.
Oh boy, I was here when you were a spell on me. I was old.
Oh boy, the camera is stuck at an angle.
Shirley, I'm fucking old. Oh fuck! Have you got this trailer ready yet?
Yes, I have.
Okay. Right. Okay then. If you're ready, then we shall watch it in 3, 2, 1, play. This preview is for appropriate audiences.
Apparently called Carrie.
Ooh, I'd rather not.
This was always such a peaceful town.
Helicopter shot.
I don't want to use the word conspiracy, but that's what it's looking
Buildings.
Hey,
on
look,
fire.
Batman was here.
Wally Fist is like, hey.
I don't know how she lived with it.
To believe something supernatural happened here defies.
And that was a lot of fires. Lots of fires.
There's nothing no one seems to
Carrie
understand.
is in ashes. You have my choice to die.
It's just a girl.
Stanley smash! Oh, well, there we go. That's Carrie.
Huh.
Well,
Do you see?
do I see?
Well, that was fast.
Yes. Well, there's only a
She
teaser
looks.
trailer.
She looks a lot better in that teaser trailer than she does on that one on the promo shot, because with that she looks more demonic, whereas with the promo shot she's like.
Well, I think in promo shot she's just been doused with the pig's blood. So I mean,
Yeah,
spoilers.
so she's
will
like,
come on,
fuck.
original. So she's, and then like now she's all like, it's because she's learned to set shit on fire, and she's taking revenge on everyone for being douchebags. So yeah. So it looks interesting. I certainly buy her as a teenage girl more than I did fucking Spacek. Fucking like 40 years old or whatever old she was when she made that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. I shall certainly be keeping an eye on this one for us. The other 50-foot trailer we've got this week is, right, please tell me you've seen The Dark Knight Returns.
No.
Oh, for fuck's sake, man, go and watch it. It's brilliant.
No need to sound like a whiny teenager.
It's
Go
whiny
watch it!
It's funny bitch-alert.
I don't want to clean my room. Anyone listening along, whenever you hear the noise, wave your arms in front of yourself. Flail your arms in front of yourself. Because that's precisely what I'm doing right now.
I'm reading along. When you hear, turn the page. Oh god, do you remember them books? You know, fucking read along books.
William was a happy zombie.
Remember that was and not don't turn the page yet. Bob and Jane have a ball. It's a red ball. It's a big ball. It's a big red ball. Bob and Jane take the ball outside. They're in the garden. The grass is green. They have a green garden. That's all I can think of right now.
They met their friend Stan. He was very old.
He said, "Oh boy, They met their friend Jimmy Savile. He's also very old. He touches them in inappropriate places. Oh boy. Stan Lee does not approve. Oh god. Should we make everything better?
Yes.
Let's go for some Batman. Batman makes everything better. We're going to be watching the trailer for Dark Knight Returns Part 2.
When you hear the noise, press play.
This will also be on the Facebook page. But, if you want it, it's on the IGN channel on YouTube as well. So, if everyone's ready, then in 3, 2, 1, yeah! Oh, that's a t-shirt. And the law.
Stop.
It's Dredd.
Stealing lines from Judge Dredd.
Criminals. We always have been. Look, one of these days, someone with authority is going to tell me to come stop you. And when that happens...
I don't like his voice.
It's Superman.
When that
No,
happens,
Batman.
may the best
Batman,
man
that's Robocop's voice. Peter Weller.
Just...
Who's that?
Oh, but he's older, isn't he?
Yeah.
Ah, that makes more sense.
Like 60 or no?
Yeah, that makes more sense then.
Kiss me, you fool. Oh, dude. Mike Glemson as the Joker's perfect.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
It ends tonight.
Oh. That's awesome. Bullets, my one weakness. Zombie Batman. Wow. Okay, so
I should probably watch part 1.
you really should. It's so good. But yeah, Batman versus Superman. Oh, awesome. And the Joker. Oh, genius. Genius. So, yes, I shall be looking forward to that one. I think that's out in around February. And then we've also got 2 more DC animated movies coming up next year. We've got Superman one, I think, which the name of it escaped. Oh, I've completely forgotten now. I meant to put this in the actual article, but we are getting the Flashpoint movie next November.
Cool.
Yeah, remember we talked about it quite a while back.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, it was kind of the Cam Conroy mentioned it, and it's been officially put on the slate. So let's see. Where is it? DC Animated Movies 2013. Okay. Excuse me. I'm coughing a lot today. Let's see. Right, 2013. Okay, so we've got Lego Batman the movie. It's coming up. DC Superheroes United. Yep. We've got Superman Unbound, which is based on the Superman Brainiac graphic novel, and Justice League Flashpoint. So, yeah. That'll be pretty cool.
Yep.
Yeah, alrighty. Yeah, and also speaking about animated movies, probably best point to note in that Marvel announced 2 new animated movies as well. They've got the Iron Man and Hulk animated movie, which looks to be like a cel-shaded animation, which they're saying if you wanted to, you could take it as a spin-off from the Avengers, but you don't have to. And then there's also the Iron Man Rise of the Technovore anime movie that's coming out as well, which is going to have Iron Man, the Punisher, War Machine, Hawkeye, and Black Widow all in it as well.
Cool.
So there you go. Right, well, if we're all done with that then, I'm going to...
actually, before we move out of there, I've just sent you a link that's just appeared.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, yes, you have. What the hell is this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Lord of the Rings ripoff, Age of the Hobbit, claims hobbits are real and sticks tongue out at New Line Cinema.
Well, I remember a while back, scientists found a skeleton of a short human being that wasn't a midget or a child or anything like that. They said there was like once upon a time, there was like a pygmy race of people that essentially were hobbits as them. They were actual real short people, but obviously they couldn't cope with the world and died out. So I assume it's kind of based off of that. It's Asylum. Of course it's Asylum.
Yeah.
Asylum or the Mockbusters, yeah. There you go. It says Age of the Hobbits is about the real-life human subspecies Homo floresiensis. It was discovered in 2003 in Indonesia, which have been uniformly referred to as hobbits in the scientific community. There we go.
As such, the use of the term hobbits is protected under the legal doctrines of nominal and traditional fair use. Need a simple Google search of hobbits and archaeology reveals dozens. Wow. Do you know why they were referred to as hobbits in the scientific community? Because the scientific community is made up of huge nerds.
Of course. Is that...
It's set to... Age of the Hobbits is set to release on December 11th, which is 3 days before Jackson's film.
Fucking hell. Well, that's what they do, though, innit? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, when Battle LA came out, they did, like, the Battle of Los Angeles, or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, they fucking
like they had the battleship clone American battleships, which Universal sued them over, so they changed the name to American warships.
Yeah. Fucking ridiculous, man. Oh, well. I mean, what's the trailer for Age of the Hobbits? I've got it here.
You've got the trailer for Age of the Hobbits?
Yeah.
Go on then. Send me a link.
Look. This is going to be on the Sci-Fi Horror Trailers YouTube. Again, I will put it up on the Facebook page as well. Okay, for some reason it doesn't want to work. Hang on. Let me get the... That's why. Hold up. Right. Right. Go away. Stop. Right. There you go. Get that ready, and we shall watch it.
So look, Age of the Hobbits trailer. It's just loading.
1 minute and 7 seconds long. So they don't want to give much away.
Right. I've got it ready.
Are you ready? Okay, well if everyone's ready, then in 3, 2, 1... At the dawn of history.
Stones.
And ancient people. Oh boy, it's me, the Stanley.
Trees.
Enslaved by a warlord.
Sauron.
Rigid.
Moustache.
Must choose a leader.
Oh yeah.
Together an army. And fight.
Boo.
Hello. For their freedom.
Isn't that the dude from Stargate?
Might be, you know.
I think it is.
This is just Midgets the movie, innit? Asylum presents.
Short Native Americans, the movie.
Stabbed in the eye. Age of the Hobbits. Oh, what the fuck? Some flying dinosaur jumps in.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Fucking.
I didn't see any fucking... It is the guy from Stargate, it's Teal'c.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So, I mean, I didn't see actually any hobbits in that movie. Everyone looked kind of the same size.
Yeah, it's kind of pointless calling it the Age of Hobbits when they're like, oh, all of these people are smaller than normal people. Do they ever stand next to normal people? No.
Like,
Yeah. It's like, why don't they just... And to solve this whole problem, why don't they just call it Age of the Pygmies? Because they're a pygmy race.
Yeah.
Bam, sorted.
Well...
That, and they're like, oh,
You
this
would
is
get
based on
brand-
science, and then they get attacked by a fucking dragon.
You wouldn't get brand recognition from Age of the Pygmies, though, would you? You know. Well, there we go.
You could
Don't
call
watch
it
that.
Babe Pygmies in the City.
Never mind. Go and talk to us about comics, you.
Oh yeah, it's my turn, isn't it?
Yeah, it's your turn. Go!
Squirm in fear. It's time to talk comics.
Right. Speaking of, the first thing I've got is about George Romero.
Oh, so this is more. It's less. More,
Yeah, it's more retarded zombie.
or Hartnell zombie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Nothing specific about him. It's just Romero he's a person. No.
Oh, is he? Okay. I thought he was a concept.
Everyone is Romero.
Romero.
Yeah. No, apparently he's working on a secret zombie comic project for Marvel. Well, sorry, I read that wrong. It should say secret zombie comic
Wink,
project.
Right. Okay.
Zombie film legend George A. Romero was recently interviewed from the Lund International.
Do you know what the A stands for?
A.
Yeah. In George A. Romero. Do you know what it stands for?
Stands for A.
No, it stands for A.
Okay. So his full name is George Romero.
That's it.
Right. Basically, he mentioned he said, I'm also writing a comic for Marvel. I'm writing it now, but its plot's a secret. And they said, oh, come on, can't you tell us a little bit? And then he's like, well, I can tell you it won't involve any of their ongoing characters. There will be no superheroes. But it will involve zombies.
No shit. It's fucking George Romero. It's not like he's going to be writing a fucking delicate love story between two star-crossed lovers.
Maybe he is.
But they're zombies. I love you.
That reminds me, thanks to the Princess cast, I found that there is actually a book now called Warm Bodies, I think, which is like a Twilighted thing with zombies. So basically, this zombie, according to this, when zombies eat people's brains, they retain some of these people's, they get some of these people's memories. And this zombie eats this girl's boyfriend and gets all these memories of this girl, and this zombie falls in love with this girl, and he's trying to become more human and shit. And it's like, the fuck?
Okay.
Yeah, it sounds fucking awful.
Okay.
Anyone who thought that was a good idea needs a smack to the face. Anyway, Red Robin. You know that whole thing, I mentioned it in a previous show where they changed it so Tim, in the trade for Teen Titans, Tim Drake doesn't reference that he was Robin.
Oh, that's right,
stuff
yeah.
like that. Apparently, according to what they said at New York Comic Con, the DC Entertainment Meet the Co-Publishers panel mentioned, because one of the items addressed was a trade paperback recon of Tim's role as Red Robin. They said that apparently Tim was never intended to be a Robin in name, and that the Robin reference was a mistake from the get-go.
Of course it was.
And they also confirmed DC's commitment to maintain a cohesive universe and to correct mistakes in the trade if such a correction would help maintain that continuity. DC will also be launching a sci-fi comic called Threshold, which will contain 2 features. First, a hero called Captain K-Rot, who lost his leg and is chasing the guy who took it.
Captain Carrot? Are they seriously making Captain Carrot?
That's what it says in brackets.
Okay. Sorry, my microphone fell over as it normally does. There we go.
And second, a Larfleeze feature. So, yeah. Apparently Tim Drake wasn't supposed to be a Robin in the first place.
Bullshit.
Probably. Now, next up, because all these stories are short. I've got like a bajillion of them, but they're all short, so it's fine.
Okay.
Spider-Man 2099 is coming back sometime.
What?
They basically said, shit, I accidentally clicked on the picture. At the Marvel Amazing Spider-Man panel, a young fan asked why Marvel don't make Spider-Man 2099 comics anymore. To a roar of the crowd, Spider-Man Steve Wacker replied they would do it for him. The fans do love a little Miguel.
Miguel.
Miguel
O'Hara.
Well, I'm still going to call him Miguel.
Miguel.
After that, we don't know, and that we don't know when and where, but Spider-Man 2099 is coming back. Also, it says did Dan Slott get cut off at the end announcing a Doctor Who Spider-Man crossover, or was that just wishful thinking?
I'm guessing wishful thinking, seeing as Marvel don't own the rights to do Doctor Who comics.
No, but IDW.
Yes. But IDW
don't think Marvel don't really do crossovers anymore.
The last time I saw Marvel do a
usually
crossover,
IDW and DC.
well, the last time I saw a Marvel crossover with a different company would have been Marvel Zombies versus Army of Darkness, which was Dynamite.
Yeah.
So that was the last time I saw it. And that was years ago, actually. Thinking that was when it was just after Marvel Zombies 1 had come out, so how long ago we're talking there. So there's that, yeah.
Yep. Right, and there was a panel about the new Guardians of the Galaxy series as well. Now, they showed the cover of Guardians of the Galaxy #1, which has all the characters you'd expect in Guardians of the Galaxy. Also one that looks peculiarly like Iron Man.
So it's basically, it looks to be the cast of the upcoming movie, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got your Star-Lords, you've got your Groot, you've got your Rocket Raccoons, yeah, everyone's there.
And a guy who looks specifically like Iron Man. Which then, I apparently lost the link. Fuck's sake. Apparently links are refusing to open or anything for me, but they basically confirmed that, yeah, it is Iron Man.
Right.
So Iron Man's going into space!
Iron Man in space! Okay.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I mean, well, basically to me that sounds like, I mean, it sounds like Marvel trying to get some brand recognition up before the movie comes out to say, like, here's the characters you're going to see on screen, but because they're worried that people might not pick up the book without knowing who they are, really, is they're putting a familiar character in there, such as Iron Man, that things along.
It basically teased it at the end of Avengers Assemble #8, which basically Stark says to one of the guys from Guardians of the Galaxy, saying, "I envy the hell out of you guys on uncharted worlds, undiscovered sciences, green ladies." And then the guy's like, "You should come with us. You really, eh?"
That's a Star Trek joke, the green ladies.
And then the guy's like, "You should come with us." And then it basically has a panel of Tony Stark going, And then, yeah, and then Bendis tweeted, "All new Guardians of the Galaxy features Star-Lord, Groot, Rocket Raccoon, Drax, Gamora, alongside a new recruit, Iron Man." Ooh. So, yeah, Iron Man's going into space.
Cool, yeah. Cool. It looks like the armor looks interesting anyway, to say the least.
Yeah, it looks kind of bizarre.
Yeah. Looks... yeah. Well, we'll see how that does in the sales, apparently. And Marvel hopefully should have a hit on their hand come the movie. Yeah. Okay. Any more for us?
Yeah, quite a bit. Next, we go on to Garth Ennis's Crossed. Now, basically, Garth Ennis has announced that not only is he returning to the normal stories with issue 25 with artist Raulo Caceres in March for the annual C-Day promotion, but he's also going to come back on the main series 1 year after that with issue 50. But the difference being the arc in issue 50 is going to be Patient Zero, so we'll finally get to find out what the fuck the cross virus actually started as. Because so far there's been no origin to it whatsoever, it just started and people were getting this cross virus. For anyone who doesn't know, the cross virus is basically this weird sort of virus that makes you, like, it. Basically, people with the cross virus have this massive rash on their face that looks like a red cross, which is why it's called what it is. And they all start being ridiculously violent. And like the best example is one woman who got infected started having sex with 4 guys while urging them to make more holes to fuck her in with a rake.
What the fuck?
It's a Garth Ennis story. What do you expect?
That's true. Yeah,
it's completely messed up. Because I collected Cross Psychopath, and it's like fucking insane.
Okay.
It's the one where like one of the variant covers was a priest and some nurses making children go down a slide into a meat grinder.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's
okay.
But yeah, not only have we got the Patient Zero stuff, we've also announced a live-action show, like webisodes.
Oh, right, okay. I was going to say, there's no way that'd get on TV.
No.
Not in that form, anyway.
No. Basically, they've been trying to shop ideas for a cross film for ages. But now they've announced that Garth is going to write and direct a series of live-action crossed webisodes to be followed by a crossed feature film. That's also going to be written and directed by him. And they're going to begin filming in spring with the debut later next year. And they basically they concluded the best way to get a crossed film that would reflect Garth's vision was to just do it themselves.
Right. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, so I expect that to be rated 18.
Just a bit. Well, that's a good thing. There are no age ratings on the internet, I suppose. Yeah.
Indeed. So that's one thing to look out for, as well as there's a webcomic out of Crossed as well. So if you fancy checking out Crossed, you can. If I can get the link to work, then you can actually read some of it. If you go over to, if you look it up on bleedingcool.com, it says free online comic.
I think the problem you have, I think the problem you're having when you put your link to mate is you're not putting a gap between them. You're just putting them one line after the other. You best to hit enter, leave a space, and then hit enter again, put it in there.
Oh, it's messing up. Oh, just go to crossedcomic.com. You can find it there.
Right.
So,
okay.
Yeah, so if you want to check out Crossed, have a look at that. It's messed up.
Cool beans.
Hey?
That's cool beans.
Yep. Next up is some Doctor Who stuff, actually.
Oh, lovely.
IDW, thanks to it being the 50th anniversary of Doctor Who, are planning a series with all of the Doctors in it, which they're calling an interconnected maxi-series.
Well, I've got something similar to that when they did Doctor Who The Forgotten, which had the 10th Doctor. He lost all his memories and had to go through basically remembering who he was. So you have a little mini-story with the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 6th, 8th and 9th Doctors.
Oh, cool.
Before he remembers who he is. Yeah.
But, with this one, it says it's a lot easier to pull this stuff off on page than the screen, so even if Moffat can't manage some Doctors of yore on BBC, IDW will have the nostalgic team-up angle covered.
Cool.
So there's 12 issue series. So he said with 11 Doctors and 12 issues, there's space for either one tie-in installment and 11 Doctor by Doctor chapters. Don't know what they're planning, but if they start with a tie-in and then break into one by ones, there'll be the writer said of this article, who's writing it, Brendan Connolly, says he'll be confident that the anniversary won't bring a regeneration. But if they start with the first alone and then move on Doctor at a time, my inner nerd will get mighty suspicious. I don't think they're going to go with a new regeneration because Matt Smith has agreed to.
He's already said he's doing the 2014 series.
Yeah, so.
Well, you know, Doctor Who execs and actors tend to lie quite a lot. But yeah, no, I mean, at this point in time, whereas regeneration would be a nice surprise, as I honestly don't think they'll do it.
Yeah. And kind of related to that, Matt Smith is apparently writing Judge Dredd Year 1!
What?
Not that Matt Smith.
Oh.
No. Matt Smith, the editor of 2000 AD...
Ah, right, okay.
Is writing Judge Dredd Year 1. There's a mini-series for IDW. So,
right, okay.
I just brought that up because I just sort of looked at it and went, Matt Smith! And then opened it for the same reason, like, oh, not that Matt Smith.
Right, okay. Well, I don't see the point in the Judge Dredd Year 1, but yeah, whatever.
It's probably just to introduce him to American audiences or something.
I'm not going for. You've got like fucking 40 years worth of 2000 AD to go through there, so why don't you just read them?
Because they're lazy asses who want it in their own format.
Oh, fuck them.
No offense to any American listeners. But fuck you!
Yeah. Go on, what's next?
Lastly, I've got I basically put it in the notes under the heading, why are the comics community such utter cunts sometimes?
Because, I don't know, Andy.
Hey?
I said I don't know. Please inform us why.
Well, basically, I'm gonna start with the first one, which is alas went from Beautician on Etsy. Basically decided she went to a Comic-Con dressed as Black Cat.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously Black Cat's costume's got a bit of fair bit of cleavage.
Oh, yes, of course.
Conservative compared to many other female comic characters, but a good amount as far as to what she's ever shown, apparently. She said she wasn't surprised to have a couple of men ask to pose with her and do some doofy, whoa, look at those knockers poses. She just makes an ugly face when they see they're doing it. And one guy with, quote, what she said, like in her write-up, says, one guy with the social graces of a lemur said to me, I was this close to wearing that same outfit. My breasts are large and supple, and I think it would have been nice. To which I thought, nope, stop talking. But, yeah, she apparently had her first truly skeezy experience. And first truly empowering moment as well. So, a group of men from some kind of Stan Lee fan club, internet video channel, asked to interview with them on camera about Comic-Con. So they said, okay, sure. Camera's rolling. Host is a middle-aged, rotund dude. It's an all-male crew and lots of people, mostly guys, were beginning to crowd around. And then the following is the interview as it's burned in her mind, which and to keep in mind that she expected it to be about Comic-Con in general. Now, do we want to do voices for this, or shall I just read it?
I can do. Who do you want me to be? Do you want me to be him or her?
It's up to you. Have you got the link working?
What?
Have you got the link working?
Yeah, I've got it here. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll be the skis and stuff guy. I'll be. He's a Stan Lee fan, then I'll be Stan Lee.
Okay then.
Okay. Is it ready?
Yeah, and if she listens, sorry if this voice I'm going to have to do for you is slightly offensive. I'm no good at doing women voices.
There is Black Jerky here.
For fuck's sake.
No, it's. Oh boy, I'm here with.
Mandy, a.k.a. Felicia Hardy, a.k.a. Black Cat.
I'm here.
No, I'm
And
joking.
she is hot. Do you think I'm hot enough to pull that off?
I'm not sure. I've never seen you in drag.
I've got a great ass. Go on, spank me.
In brackets, looks at his large ass, popped up mere inches away from me, then looks into the camera like, are you kidding me? No thanks, I may hurt you, I'm a lot stronger than I look.
Oh, come on.
No, seriously, stop.
Damn. All right, well, let me ask you an important question. What is your cup size?
Big talk show smile. That's actually none of your fucking business.
Oh, I think that means to say she's a C-cup.
I actually have no breasts at all. What you see is just all of the fat from my midsection pulled up to my chest and carefully held in place with this corset. It's really uncomfortable. I don't know why I do it.
And he says to the male crowd, Oh, come on. What do you guys think? A C-cup?
A few males start to shout out cup sizes as the last stands there looking at this guy like this has to be a fucking joke, then look at the crowd to see that no amount of witty banter or feistiness will stop making this whole thing fucking dumb. It's clearly a ploy to single out cosplaying women to get them to talk sexual innuendos and flirt with this asshole and let him talk down to them simply because they were in costume and were attractive. Whether she's in a skin-tight catsuit or not, she's a fucking professional in everything she does and doesn't need to play nice for this idiot. So she responded with, This is not an interview, this is degrading, I'm done. And then she walks away.
Come on, it's all in good fun.
Being degraded is fun. That was unprofessional. I hope that isn't your day job because you can't interview for shit, my man. So basically, after that, entire crew and crowd was silent, and she basically, she walked away feeling like the most badass motherfucker in the whole damn room, but wanting to also on the verge of tears. But yeah, it's kind of like she says here. It's because many people at these cons expect women cosplaying as vixens to be open and welcoming to crude male commentary and lecherous ogling. But
sucks.
Yeah, that's fucking stupid. But she said that's never happened to her before and stuff. So mainly, she says comic conventions and stuff have been people have been really nice with her and stuff like that. But that was the one bad experience she's had, and I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake, people could be a bit.
Let's hope she continues to cosplay, and that is still the only one bad experience that she ever had.
Yeah.
So that isn't a douchebag. I just want to say, fuck y'all.
Yep. But I've got another one for you.
Douche clapper. Go on.
Yep. Douche clapper indeed. Basically, Larry from Larry's Comics, he's been known to do fucking stupid stuff already. He's like when the new Ultimate Spider-Man was rumored to be black, he was making he was making racist jokes about it. When they were doing the Green Lantern at Blackest Night, I think it was, that they were doing. Or it was either Blackest Night or Brightest Day. He promoted it by putting up posters in the front of his shop of women's tits being held by hands with Green Lantern rings on.
Okay.
He's basically just a sexist, racist twat.
Okay.
Yet people still respect his opinion for some reason. But he's done it again, but this time against transgender people. Because he was talking to someone, and then Christian Berenek, a self-described comic book writer, geek girl, and rocker, popped into the conversation saying, I'm too busy reading all these awesome webcomics. What was the question again? Talking about something that the friendly discussion about digital versus print comics. Then basically he said there's plenty of he said to her, there's plenty of new ideas in the comic market right now. You're missing a golden age of print fueled in part by digital, sir. At which point she's like, oh no, at first he says, enjoy your web comics, sir. And then she's like, sir? At which point he's like, oh yeah, plenty of new ideas in the comic market right now. You're missing a golden age of print fueled but in part by digital, sir. And then she's like, if you call me sir again, you get an unfollow. And then, and just saying that he's being kind of a dick. At which point he says, I didn't mean to be rude, dude.
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
Yeah. And then, and then after speaking up about it, he says, oh, and you are blocked, sir. Enjoy webcomics. I do too. And then, saying to her, okay, whatever, man. I'm seeing a 33% increase, such and such. And someone saying to them, oh, I get it. Saying to him, oh, I get it. Homophobia and racism make you edgy and cool like Dane Cook and Daniel Tosh. Good luck with that. To which he says, no worries, he seems like a good dude.
Oh,
and then
for fuck's sake.
he said to someone else, I thought I was pretty nice with the fellow. So yeah, he's basically being a giant fucking dickhead. Which, fuck's sake. Although, he's actually, since... he put up a post say this Larry actually apologised for once, which is a step in the right direction. This only happened like 10 minutes ago.
Alright.
Like 10, 20 minutes ago. He basically said, I screwed up again. Last night on Twitter, and I'm like every night talking comics, when Christian chimed in with the I'm too busy reading all of these awesome webcomics. What was the question? What was the question again? I took it as a spirited jab at me, Larry the print guy. And then call him sir and that, and then he's like, at first I didn't know that Christian was transgender. I had no clue. The first sir was just a post. I'm not trying to weasel out here. Once I figured it out, I continued to post what I thought were spirited jabs right back. Dude, man, fellow. I thought I was being funny. I now realize how insensitive I was. I'm sorry, Christian.
Well,
so
as long as he apologises, and
he's apologised for that, but I'm just waiting for him to apologise for all the other shit that he's done. I still don't respect the man.
Mm.
But at least he's making a step in kind of the right direction now, seeing as he's realising his mistakes rather than just going, oh no, I'm edgy.
I'm a douche clapper.
Yeah.
Fucking Luke. Well,
I run this comic shop. Where's William Hartnell at the back of my shop?
I want my Doctor Who issue 1. Well. Let's move on then, eh?
Yep.
Okay, let's talk some TV.
tremble at the might of the TV section.
Okay, now, remember when Marvel made everyone go squeak when they said they were going to do a S.H.I.E.L.D. TV series?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, at New York Comic Con, Marvel basically said, "Oh, you remember that S.H.I.E.L.D. TV series? Well, guess who's going to be in it? Only Agent fucking Coulson."
Huh.
Oh yes, Clark Gregg will be back as Agent Coulson. Oh yes. Now, as we all know, I mean, spoilers on this, but come the fuck on. Agent Coulson died during the Avengers. So, I mean, that leads a lot of people to think, well, is this going to be a prequel, or will it be like an alternate universe, or is there actually, like, he didn't really die, or was it a robot version, or was it clones, or what? A lot of people have got to think about this, but personally, in every, I read the actual Marvel statement from when this came out, and they just said that Clark Gregg will be back as Agent Coulson. Nowhere did it say Agent Phil Coulson. A lot of third-party websites and stuff have said, "Oh yeah, he'll be back as Phil Coulson." I mean, the article we've even got from Wurzels now even says he'll be back as Phil Coulson. But Marvel, nowhere did Marvel say Phil Coulson. So, I mean, you never know. He could be back playing his brother Jed, or fucking that's fucking Joss Whedon's brother Jed. He could be his brother Bill Coulson.
Mm.
I mean, I suppose.
And then when that guy dies, he'll be back in a wig, and he'll be playing Jill Coulson.
That's right. I mean, I spoke to you about this yesterday, really, saying about all this. I mean, Coulson. When Coulson came into the Avengers, when he first turned up at Stark Tower, and Pepper Potts says Phil, and Robert Downey Jr. is like, Phil. No, his first name is Agent Coulson. I mean, at no point do I remember before that I'm actually saying his name is Phil Coulson. So I think it's a bit sus that they said, "Oh, Phil," in the Avengers. And, they established his first name, and then, as I say, I mean, if he's playing Bill Coulson in the next one, it's like, oh yeah, that was my brother who died.
Your twin brother.
Yeah. So, that's my theory on it anyway, but I'm sure, I mean, I trust in Joss Whedon about what he's doing, so.
Yeah.
So I'm sure we'll get to see, sooner or later, exactly what the dealio is. But yeah. Clark Gregg will be back.
That'd be nice to see.
It will indeed. Right. Well, Coulson lives, but the Monsters dies. Basically, it doesn't look like the Monsters series will be going any further forward, as we mentioned previously. So NBC, because they sunk $10 million into this damn pilot, they're showing it this Friday as a television special.
Huh.
Is it this? Sorry, not this. Next Friday. Do beg your pardon, the 26th of October. Showing it as a television special. Now the rumours are that basically what the reason why it never went any further forward is because NBC were saying they didn't like Jerry O'Connell as the lead character, as him and Munster, but that when Jerry signed his contract, they locked him in for a number of years to go to series and stuff, so there's no way they'd be able to recast him, essentially, without doing a massive payoff, and they've already spent a hell of a lot of money on this anyway. So, the only way so basically to get the money's worth out of it, they're sticking it on the telly. See if they can make some revenue off of it, and if the public come round to liking Jerry O'Connell, it may go to series, but more than likely it won't. But NBC execs don't like it. So that's the reason why it's not going any further forward anyway. So we'll get to see it. I mean, I watched the little teaser clip that they put online of it. It looks better than I thought it would. But, I mean, for a series that was supposed to be dark and edgy, they're showing a hell of a lot of humour in that trailer. So I think maybe they're trying to get people to watch it by saying, "Hey, look, it's the Monsters, it's funny, ha, ha, ha." I mean, when Grandpa makes Herman, he boots him up with an iPad, and he boots up using the old Apple sound, that one. Yeah. So I mean, I think they're showing all the fucking jokes in the fucking trail for it, you know.
Yeah.
So they're trying to make out that it's something that it really isn't, I think. But I mean, I will probably watch it just to see what all the fuss was about. But the monsters, I don't think it's moving any further forward. It'd be Graveyard Day.
Indeed.
And we've got one more piece of TV news this week. Remember when we mentioned the Bot would be coming back for a new series?
Yeah.
Yep. It turns out that it's not.
Oh.
Adrian Edmondson and Rick Mail were working to adapt Hooligans Island into a 6-part TV series for the BBC, and it's announced that it's not going to be moving anything forward this week. Adrian Edmondson went onto the radio, BBC Radio Essex, and said that the show's not going any further forward. He said there won't be another series at Bottom. It says Rick and he started working on something and then realised why they stopped working together, because it wasn't working. So, yeah, that's just not going to be going any further ahead. So, no more Bottom, sadly.
Oh, well.
If you want to see Hooligans Island, then it's on DVD, so, yeah. Just go and watch the live show. It's on Dave every 5 fucking minutes, anyway. So that's that. Okay, and with that then, that's the end of the standard news for the week. So, shall we move into any other business, sir?
Yep, we probably should.
Okay.
Any other business?
Okay, hang on, let me just open the article. Okay, the first piece of news I've got this week is well, I've got a competition for you to enter, Andy.
Okay.
There's a company here offering an iPhone as competition prize if they can find the person with the world's smallest penis. It's like a regular penis, but smaller.
God.
Yes, they're also offering an iPad to 2 runners-up. So, so basically, because an iPhone 5 is like an iPhone 4, but bigger, to make up for your downstairs smallness, you can get a big phone instead.
Who the fuck would enter this?
I don't know.
It sounds daft.
So, as I say, I got that competition up for you, just in case. So.
You can go fuck yourself, Mike.
I can with my 14-foot-long dick. Oh yeah, goosh.
The only problem is when I get hard, I die.
Yeah. I have to have a blood transfusion when I need an erection. Fun times. Right. Okay. Next story then is this is an unusual one.
What?
There's a teenager that has been she was Cassie Bernard. This is from the Salisbury Daily Times. Was enjoying a nice horse riding lesson when her instructor Jennifer Cording's instructor Jennifer Cording's farm in Atterwoman, Virginia, when 3 objects fell out of the sky, 2 larger and 1 quite small. What were those objects? They were frozen. They were raw chickens. Yes, 3 raw chickens fell out of the sky. Bit odd, but yeah, it says basically that there's a nearby factory called Tyson Foods, and when they transport their byproducts, they put them inside a truck and they're loaded inside the truck and what have you. There's no way that they could fall out of the sky, according to them. It's an avian expert, Brian Watts, has suggested that seagulls carrying pieces of chicken in their mouths are probably to blame.
Yeah.
Yes. It says a lot of chicken bones have been found in the area, apparently saying that the seagulls might be eating bits of chickens and they've probably dropped some when they've been flying overhead, and it hit a girl on the head. So, yeah. That's odd. Yeah. Okay, what have we got next? Right, this is a story that broke today about a bunch of school children who've been suspended. Why were they suspended? I hear you cry? It's because they were looking up topless photos on an iPad in school. Whose topless photos, I hear you cry? Their teachers.
What?
Yeah, it's children at a US school have been suspended. It says that the photos found their way onto the school iPad that they have access to during lessons. It says that the photos were actually on the teacher's iPhone, which somehow synced itself with the iPad, and the kids looked at them then. So, but why the kids got suspended? Because the teacher had naked photos on her phone that somehow found the way to the iPad. I don't know. It's not like they specifically went looking for it.
No,
Plus, I wonder how an iPhone would accidentally sync itself with an iPad to be able to access these pictures.
Yeah, true.
Very strange. But, God, imagine that when you were at school, your teacher is fucking just appeared on the computer screen with no clothes on.
I'd rather not. Most of my teachers were dudes or older women.
I'm trying to, we had a couple of teachers who were younger. That was just like, ooh, you wouldn't have minded. I mean, I remember when I was 8 or 9, I think I was I had a teacher called Mrs. Melling, and she was pretty hot. Or she was like the one teacher that every lad in school had a crush on. So I think secondary school, were there any fit teachers? None that I can really think of. No, none I can think of, no. No. Yeah. So that's that. Yeah, so, but imagine that, I mean, imagine if your teacher was hot. And you saw them. That'd be boss. More iPads in schools, that's what I say. So yeah. Right, now you may not have wanted to enter that competition, but I've got an auction that you may want to enter instead.
Okay.
Okay, now, look at the picture here. Oh, goosh. Students by the name of, Brazilian students by the name of Caterina Migliorini! Migliorini! She's 20.
I can't enter now, I'll just talk to her in that voice the entire time.
Hello, Migliorini! She's auctioning off her virginity in the name of charity. She wants to give money to underprivileged families in her home state of Santa Catarina, which is Santa Christ, I think that translates as. I mean,
Santa
she's not
Santa Christ.
She's not the most attractive girl in the world, bless her. But I'm sure there's someone out there who, she's on that for $1, literally.
To be fair, I probably would.
Okay.
But she's a while away, and I can't be bothered travelling.
Yeah. Well, she's I'll understand
That
exactly.
is slightly illegal.
Well, we'll get to that then, shall we? Migliorini will be followed by an Australian film crew who are making a documentary called Virgins Wanted. Let's see, she says, I saw this as a business. I have the opportunity to travel, to be part of a movie, and get a bonus with it. Oh yeah. If you only do it once in your life, then you're not a prostitute. Just take it if you have one amazing photograph, it does not automatically make you a photographer. The auction is just business. I'm a romantic girl at heart and believe in love, but this will make a big difference to my area.
Oh, I bet it will.
Migliorini will receive £12,500, that's roughly $20,000, and 90% of the final auction price, currently standing at $120,000, that's $192,000, which ends on October the 15th. The encounter will take place on an airplane flying between Australia and the US to circumvent prostitution laws. So it's legal in the sky.
Huh.
So, there you go. Oh, the auction's ended. Has it ended on October the 15th? Ooh, wonder who won.
But it's a really crap old man.
I don't know. I don't know where the auction was, so I couldn't tell you. But
To Google.
Yeah. I can't be asked. So that's, I mean, that's something to remember. If you're ever on an aeroplane, if you want to pay a woman for sex, it's perfectly legal. As long as you do it in the air. You know, that's like, gambling is legal in America, in international waters. So just get a little bit offshore and you're fine. So if you want to shag someone in the air for money, then you're perfectly fine, you can do it. That's brilliant, that is. I never knew that law. We shall have to do some further investigations for 50 nut films.
Indeed.
Indeed. Right, what have we got next? Okay, got two more stories. I've got one in Japan and one in England. Well, I'll head to Japan first, and this is for an unusual bar that's opened in where was it? It's Tokyo. It's open in Tokyo. It's called a love and sex bar. That's women only. It's the Love Jewel bar in the Shibuya district. Allows women to relax and talk about pleasuring themselves, usually regarded as a fairly taboo subject.
What?
Its owner Megumi Nakagawa says, I wanted to take the seat. Customers are able to experience a pleasant place in which they can openly discuss masturbation. Since most people feel female masturbation as something of a taboo mystery, it is an unusual topic at the typical bars.
Will she use the dildo? Or will she use the carrot? Dildo or carrot? Dildo or carrot? Choose now! Betting ends!
Oh my god, what the hell.
That was your fault. You were the one doing the voice.
I never did any kind of voice. I've had a stroke, and this is how I speak now.
I've had the world's first stroke that turns me into an old Japanese man.
That happens all the time. People have strokes and stuff. They suddenly need to wake up and speak in French, even though they've never spoken it before in their life and everything. It's a genuine thing. I'm sure we've covered it on the show before now. Someone woke up and just suddenly spoke in a Spanish accent for no reason.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we have.
Yeah. Let's see, we've got a quote from a customer here. It says, I go because it is a safe press, and I don't have to worry about trying to brush off the men all over the time. And in that, it is also a great place to drink and talk about what we women love to talk about, sex and guys. That's also a big pool. So, yeah. And like Andy says, they have all kinds of dildos and such on the bar. Now, when I read about this, it's the masturbation bar, I thought, what, you can go there now, drink and just spank it in the middle of the plate, but no, it's to talk about sex and masturbation. You can't just go in there and whittle the diddle. You know. So.
Maybe you can borrow the toys and then go in the back room or something.
I don't think you can borrow sex toys. I think it's one of them, you know, you break it, you buy it kind of deals, you know.
You break it and you buy it.
Yeah, that's it, you know. Yeah, earrings cannot be returned once worn, you know, that kind of stuff. And our final story this week is one that's pretty close to my heart. This one comes from South London. It says that an empty building in Brixton has become a popular spot for women to offer their services to customers. That's right, prostitutes in London are using an empty job centre. Do shag people.
Irony!
A job centre. Yeah. A local resident says,
It's disgusting. This area used to be quite nice, but the tone is being lowered.
Apparently the local resident was Louis Armstrong.
Hey!
God damn you, fat abbot. Police said that they were aware of the concerns about the empty job centre, which closed down this summer. In other prostitute news.
The German ice hockey team recently attracted controversy after being sponsored by a local brothel. Team spokesman Jürgen Eichbauer defended the move, saying, "The operators of this brothel are legal people who do their business honestly and pay taxes. The Wild West methods are used and the women are not forced. Prostitution is the oldest business in the world, and therefore the corporation is not objectionable to us.
It's so old, I remember when it started. Oh boy.
That quote from Stan Lee. Now we have a quote from William Hatnell. Now we have a quote from Larry, the comics guy.
Oh, God. And then we have a quote from the Japanese couple. Oh, no! Oh, no!
Wait, get that combine harvester out the back of the frame. Wait, why is it chasing Voldemort? Somebody get Harry!
I've just won an auction, McLeary!
McLeary!
Well, on that roundup...
I've got a brand new combine harvester, and I'm taking off your nose.
Shut up! On that roundup of tonight's gags, we're going to leave it there. I'd like to thank everyone for listening to the show, and I won't thank our third nerds, because we haven't had one this week. So, that's an inside joke.
We would have if it wasn't for the curse of technology.
Dun 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 dun. Yes, I'd like to thank everyone for listening. Don't forget you can tweet us.
You better be thankful. It's 4:30 in the morning.
Tweet us, email us 54nerds@gmail.com. Don't forget the Facebook is facebook.com/Attack of the 50-Foot Nerds. Me and Andy got our own individual Twitters. Mine is @MikeGBell.
And mine's Vaults of X Stuff.
In that case, for this week's episode of the Attack of the 50-Foot Nerds, my name is
and my name is
Geek out.
Santa Christ, we all love Santa Christ. He is Santa and Jesus, goddamn it's Santa Christ. He atoned for all our sins, but he also likes pancakes. He saved puppies from a fire, and he also likes pancakes. He played bass for Aerosmith, reads the sick orphans too. He goes surfing in space and makes really good fondue. He shoots lasers from his eyes and your curtains for free. He'll fight monsters for fun and hang out with Mr. T. Santa Christ, Santa Christ, Santa Christ, Santa Christ, you are the best, and we love you, Santa Christ.
I drove my tractor through your haystack last night. I threw me pitchfork at your dog to keep quiet. Now something's telling me that you more light than me. Come on now, darling, you got something I need. 'Cause I got a brand new combine harvester and I'll give you the key. Come on now, let's get together in perfect harmony. I got 20 acres and you got 43. Now I got a brand new combine harvester and I'll give you the key. You may not laugh, I'll stick by you, I'll give you all that you need. We'll have twins and triplets, I'm a man built for speed. And you know I'll love you, darling, so give me your hand. The thing I want the most is all the acres of land. 'Cause I got a brand new combine harvester and I'll give you the key. Come on now, let's get together in perfect harmony. I got 20 acres and you've got 43. Now I got a brand new combine harvester and I'll give you the key. Oh, she's a lovely bit of stuff and all. For 7 long years I've been alone in this place. Can't sleep in the kitchen, it's a proper disgrace. Now if I cleaned it up, would you change your mind? I'll give up drinking Strumpy and that larder and lime. 'Cause I got a brand new combine harvester and I'll give you the key. Come on now, let's get together couple at that last Wurzels dance. I wore brand new gaiters and me cordy right pants. In your new Sunday dress, with your perfume smelling grand. We had our photos took in a sold in end. Now I ain't got a brand new combine, sir, I'll give you the key. Now that we both past our 50s, we think that you and me should stop this gallivanting, and will you marry me? 'Cause I ain't got a brand new combine, sir, and I'll give you the key. You're a fine-looking woman, and I can't wait to get my hands on your land.
If you've enjoyed the nerddom in your ears, then please follow us on Twitter at 50footnerds, or email us anything except spam at 50footnerds@gmail.com.
Yeah.
See you, dude.
Right,
I'm
so I'm
gonna go now.
Okay.
Right.
Have fun. Bye
Bye.
bye. Post credit clip. Yeah.
It sounds like it's just winding down.
Brains.
That's what happens when it's sort of like that guy starts off going, and then he ends up being I'm the depressed man who keeps presenting things in Death Race 2000. I wish I was dead.